Like 5,000 likes to this video, we will upload more patriotic news. Thank you. Happening now, beloved Fox News personality leaves network. Fox News fans were saddened to learn this week that a beloved personality has left the network to join another. Western journalism reported that Fox News red-eye personality Andy Levy has left the conservative network to join HLN, where he will produce and appear in a new program being launched by the network. The show is set to be hosted by CNN contributor S.E. Cupp and feature panel discussions similar in format to FNC's The Five. Though the show does not have a set premiere date, HLN said that it will be a live program. TV's Andy Levy was a staple of the late-night show Red Eye until it was cancelled back in May. He had been with the show since it launched in 2007 and often filled in as a host in the absence of show founder Greg Gutfeld, who left the show in 2015 to join The Five. During a 2015 interview, Levy said that "to me the best shows are when you're mixing it up," which suggests that his HLN show will be anything but conventional. He describes himself as a libertarian and often said that Red Eye leaned right of center. Levy took to Twitter on Tuesday to announce his move to HLN and ask his fans what they think about it. Fans were quick to congratulate Levy on his new show. "Congrats on the new gig, good to have TV's Andy Levy back on TV," one fan wrote. "All the best. You're too damn good to be on the bench for long," another added. What do you think about this? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Top anti-Trump Democrat busted, caught committing major crime. Democratic Representative Luis Gutierrez, ill, is known for being one of the most anti-Donald Trump officials in Congress, recently grabbing headlines for saying that the current president should be eliminated. However, Gutierrez's days in Congress may be numbered, as a corrupt scheme of his was just exposed. The Washington Free Beacon reported that Gutierrez has dispersed tens of thousands of dollars in campaign funds to his wife this year, meaning that she has gotten more than $400,000 from him since she first appeared on his campaign's payroll. Zoraida Gutierrez was a registered lobbyist in the state of Illinois from 2003 to 2009 before joining her husband's payroll in 2010. Since then, Zoraida has been paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in campaign funds for acting as the campaign's office manager, treasurer, and fundraiser. She has also been the top recipient of cash from the committee numerous times since she began receiving payments from her husband's campaign. Federal Elections Commission filings show that in the first 6 months of this year, Gutierrez's campaign made $30,000 worth of payments to Zoraida. In that same period, Gutierrez's committee reported $72,000 in expenditures. Before this year, Zoraida was paid $385,000 from her husband's campaign, meaning that she has now been paid $415,000 from Gutierrez for Congress. Gutierrez has previously had his daughters on his payroll as well. His daughter Omara Gutierrez was given $4,270 for bookkeeping between 2004 and 2009, and his other daughter Jessica Gutierrez was paid $600 in 2004 for a fundraising project. Lawmakers in Congress have been able to put their family members on their payroll since 2001, when then Representative Jesse Jackson, D.L., asked the Federal Election Commission to issue an advisory opinion on the matter. Once this was approved, Jackson proceeded to pay a firm owned by his wife hundreds of thousands of dollars from his own committee. Both he and his wife later plead guilty in 2013 to using $750,000 in campaign funds for personal use. What do you think about this? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. O.J. Simpson makes sickening announcement days after parole. Millions of Americans were furious last Thursday when disgraced NFL star O.J. Simpson was granted parole after serving just 9 years of a 33-year sentence for robbery and kidnapping. Many people feel that he should be in prison for life for the murders of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ronald Goldman, a crime Simpson was officially acquitted of but was convicted of in the court of public opinion. That's why it came as a sickening surprise when Simpson made an announcement about Nicole's grave through his lawyer this week. CBS News reported that Simpson's lawyer Malcolm Laverne went on CBS This Morning this week to slam reports that the former NFL star plans to visit Nicole's grave upon his release. After watching this segment, Simpson asked Laverne to deliver a message that he visited Nicole's grave on countless occasions before he was incarcerated, and that he has every intention of doing so again. Simpson added that it's judgmental to describe something he did before his incarceration as insensitive. This came after Ron Goldman's family went on CBS This Morning to slam Simpson for boasting that he lived a conflict-free life during his parole hearing. Conflict-free except for the wife beating of his first wife, Nicole, said Fred Goldman, Ron's father. He's hardly conflict-free. Ron's sister Kim added, and you can't ignore the fact he was held responsible in the civil court for killing Ron and Nicole. Though Simpson was ordered to pay more than $20 million to the Goldman family after losing the civil suit, Kim said he has paid less than 1% of that. He's never physically paid anything. We've taken things from him, but he's never willingly paid a penny, Fred said. The Goldmans were asked if they feel Simpson is the same person after spending years behind bars. I believe without a doubt he's the same person. I think he showed it clearly during the parole hearing. His snickering about things. The arrogant looks when they're reading things. The way he snapped at one of the commissioners on the parole board, Fred said. I think he is exactly who he always is. Share this story if you think O.J. Simpson should still be locked up. Trey Gowdy shut off cocky CNN host on her own show. While interviewing Representative Trey Gowdy, RS.C, CNN host Erin Burnett tried to stir up controversy over a recent comment President Donald Trump made about his faith. Gowdy quickly schooled Burnett about the Constitution and religion. You've heard me say it before on the campaign trail, Trump said in a rally this week, and I'll say it again tonight. In America, we don't worship government, we worship God. Now conservative Bill Kristol, you know him, Burnett said, according to The Blaze, he's been critical of the president before, but on this he tweets, in America the president doesn't tell us who or what or whether to worship. Who do you agree with, Bill Kristol or the president who just came out and definitively said in America we worship God? She asked. How about choice C, our founding fathers? Gowdy fired back, who gave us a First Amendment which is a free exercise right but also a freedom to have no religion if that's what we want. There is no established religion in this country, that's why we have an establishment clause, he explained. The president is welcome to share his faith, it's been done by other presidents. Jimmy Carter did it, John F. Kennedy did it. If President Trump wants to share his faith, more power to him, Gowdy concluded. But our country recognizes all religions including no religion. Bam! This isn't the first time Burnett has been critical of Trump's Christianity. She previously expressed shock at Christians praying with the president and performing a laying on of the hands ritual, as if this was something bizarre. Share this story if you are glad Gowdy schooled Burnett. Breaking bombshell: Hillary Clinton witness agrees to testify against her. Hillary Clinton has spent the last few months whining about Donald Trump's supposed collusion with Russia. However, now her own crimes in the election are about to be exposed, as a key witness has just agreed to testify against her. Earlier this week, the Senate Judiciary Committee sent out a subpoena to Glenn Simpson, co-founder of Fusion GPS, which has been on the payroll of Clinton's Democrat cohorts for years. This was the company that sent out the infamous dossier of unsubstantiated allegations about President Donald Trump, including that he had prostitutes urinate on him in a Moscow hotel room that Barack Obama once stayed in. Simpson initially refused to testify, which is why the committee sent out the subpoena. However, the committee has since retracted the subpoena, as Simpson has agreed to testify willingly. However, since that time, Mr. Simpson, through his attorney, has agreed to provide a transcribed interview and requested that the subpoena compelling his attendance at Wednesday's hearing be waived, Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley, R. Iowa, and Ranking Member Dianne Feinstein, D. California, said in a statement. We've reached an agreement on this request and have withdrawn the subpoena. Fusion GPS returned to the spotlight after claims spread that Donald Trump Jr. met with Russian lawyer Natalia Veselnitskaya to get dirt on Clinton, which the Russian said that she had. Veselnitskaya has ties to Fusion GPS, and Attorney General Loretta Lynch used this connection to get the lawyer into the U.S. without a visa. It appears that Clinton, Fusion GPS, and Veselnitskaya teamed up to frame Trump. Clearly, they were working on this Russia collusion narrative even before Trump won the election. Share this story if you think Hillary Clinton should be locked up. Shots fired. Anthony Scaramucci accuses top Trump aide of White House leaks. Since being appointed as White House Communications Director last week, Anthony Scaramucci has made it known that he will be shaking things up in Donald Trump's White House and working overtime to plug the leaks there. Now, it appears that Scaramucci has zeroed in on someone as the main White House leaker, and the identity of this person will shock you. The Hill reported that Scaramucci just publicly insinuated that White House Chief of Staff Reince Priebus is a leaker. On Thursday, Scaramucci called into CNN to challenge Priebus to deny that he is not a leaker. When I put out a tweet and I put Reince's name in the tweet, they're all making the assumption that it's him, because journalists know who the leakers are, Scaramucci said. If Reince wants to explain he's not a leaker, let him do that. But let me tell you about myself. I'm a straight shooter and I'll go right to the heart of the matter, he added. Scaramucci went on to indicate that his relationship with Priebus is very tense, likening it to the biblical brothers Cain and Abel. Cain murdered Abel in the book of Genesis and then lied about his actions to God. If you want to talk about the chief of staff, we have had odds, we have had differences, he said. When I said we were brothers from the podium, that's because we're rough on each other. Some brothers are like Cain and Abel. Other brothers can fight with each other and get along. I don't know if this is repairable or not. That will be up to the president. This came after Scaramucci took to Twitter late Wednesday night to suggest that Priebus was behind the leak of his financial information to a Politico reporter. In the tweet, which has since been deleted, Scaramucci tagged Priebus and said he would contact the FBI and Department of Justice in light of the leak of my financial disclosure info, which is a felony. What do you think about this? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section.